anything about it. There's no knowledge. Yeah, but I didn't like the title. I didn't like the picture.
Woohoo! Hello. I hope everybody's doing good today. I got magnets and pickups and soldering. I got to do some soldering. Did we get anything good today, Stu? All good stuff. Yes, I got gold screws because that's what I live by. Gold hardware is the best hardware in the world. So I got a slightly interrupted in my progress. Ed B. Metal, what's happening, brother? Thanks for being here. We're just gonna kind of quickly get into this. I'm gonna see how quick I can do this. I'm gonna not talk too much because I got a lot of stuff to fix today. But this is my good friend Justin's guitar, and his YouTube channel is Jamprosound. And the only alteration he's made to this Stratocaster is he put this mint green pickguard on it, and did a really good job at doing that. But the pickup is not working proper. So what do? I tested the pickup, and it is definitely broken. So let's see. Yeah. So here we go. Ed, I thank you for joining me, and maybe we can all learn something today. I don't know. That's the whole point of these streams, is to hopefully help people learn a little bit about working on their own instruments if their instrument is not working properly, right? So I like to help people be able to fix their stuff, because a lot of people don't live close to a cat that knows what I know. It's all secret, right? It's all these secrets. I have pulled the pickup cover off of the pickup, and I don't know exactly what's wrong with this pickup. Looking over the coils, it looks like it's in pretty good shape, although there's a little bit right here that is looking a little interesting, that might have gotten scratched. And all it takes is for you to cut one of those wires or to squish them, and that has definitely been compressed right there. So I'm guessing that right here is why this pickup doesn't work properly. It's very quiet. And in fact, let's just do this real quick. And I'm trying to be very careful with this, just so to not scratch the surface of it. But we'll put this pickup back in here, and let's see. We'll turn on an amplifier. Let me plug this bugger in here. Where's my amp cable? There it is. All right. So the guitar is plugged in, and it's set to the neck pickup. And it's a left-handed guitar, so if it looks strange to you, hello Dwight, what's up, brother? Another broken guitar, buddy. There's the neck pickup, right? And this is the neck. Listen to that. And then when you turn the tone control, it turns the pickup off. Like off, and then we go to the center position. Wow, listen to that. And then we go to the bridge pickup, bridge and middle. Now the middle pickups in these are often turned up a bit louder because people like to drop them down, or they're wound a lot hotter because they're usually set really low, just because they get in the way of the pick. So I think Fender has put a real hot pickup in that, and then the bridge position, obviously. Okay, but here's the bridge all by itself, and can you hear how wimpy that is? And we'll turn the tone control all the way off, and the pickup is off. So something has been damaged in the pickup. It's not the wiring. I've already checked all of that. Here's what we gotta do. We're gonna swap the pickup, right? Just why not? We could try something. It's really easy to swap a pickup out. And Dwight, I hope you're doing well, man. You would be astonished at all the acoustic guitars I've been fixing lately. It's been incredible. Yeah, a lot of messed up acoustic guitars that have been, you know, that there's these guys, it's just their favorite guitar, and unfortunately, you know, stuff happens. As we all know, guitars can get shot, right? Dwight, I'm joking with you, brother. And I want to welcome everybody else to the live stream today. So what I have to do is get these this pickup removed, and let's get this wire here. Oh, let's see. I got to turn my soldering iron on. I'm going to say soldering just for my friends in Canada. I hope everybody in Canada is doing great. It is Friday. It is a beautiful day outside here in the beautiful, great northwest part of North American continent. Well, no, it's not the North. It's North America, U.S. Kingers, what's happening? Yeah, thank you, man. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be able to help so many people with guitar problems. It's really awesome to have the opportunity to do that. Here's the new pickup. I'm just taking the cover off of that, and we're going to put this cover on this pickup so that nobody knows it's ever been swapped. Right there we go. Now this doesn't fit exactly proper. There we go. Yeah, now we got it. See, so these wires here on this pickup are slightly different, so I had to make a little modification to that, but it looks like it's sitting on there nicely. It is. There we go. Looks good, right? Looks like a good old-fashioned Strat pickup. Yeah, and it's nice and clean. Now this pickup came off of a Strat that the owner wanted to put like vintage noiseless pickups in it. So now I have an extra pickup cover that I never throw anything away, aside from stuff that's just totally broken, right? Never throw anything away. If you're working on guitars and you throw something away, you've made a huge mistake. I love that sound. Alright. There we go. Isn't that a fun sound? Because I have the guitar plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it just so we don't have to listen to that anymore. Just, you know, that was kind of fun. Alright, so now I have to remove the, and I'm turning my soldering iron up as hot as it'll go here. Get one of these with a thermostat on it, so when you're soldering, you're not, you know, if you're soldering really tiny wire, you can turn the heat way down and not burn the wires. There's another little maybe helpful hint if you're thinking about replacing a really, this thing cost me like $13 or something, and I've been using it for, I don't know, 4 years now, maybe 3. Works great, but crank it when you have to unsolder something from a volume pot. You got to get it hot. Yeah. All right, so here we go. We're gonna hopefully get this melted down, and we'll see what happens here. Ooh, it's getting warm. I can feel it. I can feel it. There we go. Okay, so that's done. Now I gotta unwind this wiring. Fender did a really great job when they wired this guitar up, making the wiring nice and tidy, which is really super cool. And then I'm just going to heat this up a little bit, and hopefully, there it goes. It fell right apart. Look at that. Now, this old pickup goes in the round file, right? Okay, I'm throwing that away. I don't want any, there's not much on that I would even ever want to keep, simply because, well, I just don't have time for that. So, here we go. We're going to put the pickup back in here. And what's cool about this pick guard is that the screws kind of stay in place. At least they have when I put this in here before. And we want to make sure they orient the pickup the correct direction, which is like so. Oh, forgot a spring. Oh, don't do that. And we're going to use the old spring, right? There it is. And then we'll just drop this pickup in here, and I'm going to start it by hand. So I get a couple threads going so that I can get it started. Right, there we go. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. I'm probably talking way too much. Am I talking too much, Stu?
No, I think you're doing great.
Okay. Boop. Alright, just slippery butterfingers today. There we go. Alright. Putting new pickups into guitars is always fun. Alright. Alright, so now let's see how, okay, there's how it went, and we're gonna go ahead and take our screwdriver and just give these a little cinch. Alright, there it is. And there it is. So it's not going to fall out, right? Oop, maybe it is. Ooh, this one side, the side of it is stripped out. Let's see. Yep, okay, so the threads on this pickup are stripped out, which I was unaware of to begin with. So how do we fix that? Watch what I do here. I'll show you what I do. This is another little secret step to fixing stripped threads. Okay, get ready. This, you're gonna laugh. Whoop, at how simple this is. Okay, you're gonna laugh. You are gonna laugh your brains out at this one. Okay, let's see. So this side is stripped out. The screw doesn't grab in the threads. It kind of fall. I can almost push it through, so it's just falling. You know, doesn't grab real well. Watch what I do here. Are you ready? Are you ready to laugh your balls off? If you have them. Here we go. Oh, let me make sure I don't drip CA glue. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at the simplicity in my work here. It's so simple to fix this. Just put a little dot of CA glue in there. You don't want to plug the hole, but you want to get some down in there. Yeah, there it goes. Now, you take a toothpick, and I'm going to smear some of this glue down inside the hole there, right? Alright, here we go. Yeah, isn't that cool? And I'm going to put a little more on here just because I don't feel like I got, oop, there we go. Yeah, that's looking good. Now we're talking. Oop. Alright. So we're getting it all messed up inside this those threads. Alright. There we go. And then we'll let's see, where's my speed up juice? Come here, speed up juice. Where'd you go? I'm having a hard time finding my speed up juice. Where'd my speed up juice go? Well, my speed up juice has oh, there it is. It's right where I left it, right next to my camera. Speed up juice, right? Trimmer Bear, hello, brother. So if you wonder how to fix a pickup that has stripped threads, what you just watched me do is I'm like 96.3% certain that now when I put the threads back on here, and here again the wires are shaped a little differently than the original pickup, so I gotta kind of get it on there right there. Okay, so there we go. That's all there is to it. And then we'll go ahead and put this pickup. Oh, you got to put it in the right direction or the wrong direction. No, the left direction. This is a left-handed guitar. Okay, we got to put it in the left direction. Everything on this guitar is in the left direction because it's a left-handed guitar, right? It's not the right direction, it's the left direction. And somebody who is left-handed may have gotten a new guitar for Christmas this year because, well, I don't know any other left-handed guitar players. All right, so I'm gonna get this one started. Hang on. Oh, here we go. I'll get you in the picture here. Point the camera in the right direction. Oh yeah, look at that. That's working great. The threads bit nicely. And then we'll put this one on. Isn't that amazing? Just a quick little bit of CA glue can solve a major malfunction. We'll put this in like this. What the heck? The other ones are that direction. These springs don't matter what direction you go with them, really. And let's see what happens here. Come on. And the thread's bit. Look at that. How about that? I'm going to tighten this one up a little bit further. There we go. Problem solved, right? That's how we do it. That's how I do it. Okay, so I want to strip a little bit of this black wire here. And I'm going to pull off about maybe, let me hope that the camera's pointed in the right direction here. I'm going to strip off about a 1/2 inch or so, just because I can. There we go. And you want to be really careful when you're stripping this really thin wire that you don't strip too much off of it, just because you know, if you cut through those strands, you've weakened the contact that you would have there. And get my solder going here. Hope everybody's having a really great Friday. I am. I'm working. I love work. Alright, so I'm tinning the end of it, and now we will solder. Boom. Look at just like that. Now I have half of it done. Now what I got to do is make sure that these wires go the right direction. I don't want to make a big mess. And then we'll never cut pickup wires shorter. If you cut a pickup wire short, you're going to go to put it in a different guitar someday, and I guarantee you the wire will not be long enough. All right? You feel me? I know you feel me. Okay, let me get my rag down here so I don't get solder on the paint. There we go. Now I've tinned that one, and then we'll look at that glob of solder I got on the end. That's tragic. There we go. And we'll see. Boom. Okay, so now that wire is reattached where it belongs. I'm going to fold that over a little bit, and I'm going to hit it with a little bit more solder just to be dang certain we got a good solid contact. Just like that. Let's see, better yet, let's hear if we have fixed solder. Yep. Let's see if we have fixed the problem this guitar was having. I honestly don't know if I have fixed it yet, but well, no. You know, we gotta try. What's happening?
Not much.
It's fixed. I've fixed this thing already.
That's awesome.
Remember how wimpy that was? And then we'll turn the tone
Oh,
pot.
are you talking to that? You're talking to the...
I am.
I thought you were talking to me. I was going, okay.
There we go. Success. Mike, I fixed another one.
Sing
damn
the
it.
Rocky theme. That's your only requirement as an employee. Is every time you fix the guitar, you have to sing the Rocky theme.
See the. We have such a good time here. The owner of this shop is one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. He would give the shirt off his back, and I ain't kidding. So I'm really super lucky to get to do what I do and work with the people that I get to work with. And he is a wonderful guy. His band is called the Wasteland Kings. They are an Americana style band, and really some fabulous players in that band. Anyway, if you ever have an opportunity to go see them, I do highly recommend it. If you're in the good northwest part of the United States, definitely go check out the Wasteland Kings when you get a chance. They are fabulous and really amazing musicians. One of their lead guitarists, his name is Jerry Smith, and I'm telling you guys what, man, that guy, he is a phenom, and I get to listen to him play once in a while here at the shop. So definitely go check out the Wasteland Kings. They may have, I don't know if they have a YouTube video channel. They do have a, I think they have a site on, what is that, FB, the FB social media type place. So definitely check them out. Really great player. And here's the deal. If you ever do happen to go watch those guys play live, you are literally going to be in the presence of a 1952 Fender Telecaster, and I ain't kidding. That guy plays his 52 Tele live on stage at his gigs, because it's not a museum piece. It should be, but it's not. It's his tool, and it's been set up as a player grade guitar, meaning we have changed the saddles on it to intonate the guitar properly. Made some alterations to it. Some of the parts have had to be replaced because they broke, like the original three-way switch and all that. But if you go see that band play, you will witness a 52 Tele being wielded by a fantastic guitar player. Now I'm talking good about him just because he's standing right there, okay? You know, gotta do it.
You must have been taking Mike Mallory.
Let's see. Holy smokes, it looks like I lost a screw, which I don't know if I lost it or if it just is under the guitar at this point, but I'll find them. Oh, they're probably stuck to magnets on those pickups. That is one thing about working on pickups on guitars, is that, yeah, see what happens? The screws stick to the magnets and you'll lose them. No, you won't lose them. They'll just be stuck to a magnet. I can shudder to think how many times I've done that and been like, where did that screw go? Now I gotta tell you, if this doesn't look really strange to you when I'm working on this guitar, you look at this. You see what's going on here? This is a left-handed guitar. And they are weird to work on. Everything is completely backwards, even winding the strings. These poor lefties, man. And you know, I talked with him about that this morning. He's just like, dude, why didn't you just learn to play righty? He's like, I tried, couldn't do it. I get it. Let's see. So yeah, so this is tightening them. All right. So we're winding the string. He's playing, it feels like 10 gauge strings on this. Hang on. Why don't I have signal? Why don't I have signal? Did I turn the amp off? Yes, I did. I gotta make. I'm just down here making sure that everything works. It's so weird. Just looking at these knobs is just, God, you guys, this is, it's just backwards. And you know, you can imagine, how often do you work on a left-handed guitar? It ain't very often. All right, so Jamprosound'S YouTube channel, he honestly does not have very much content yet. Isn't that a fun sound? Right? He doesn't have a ton of content at the moment, but I can tell you that he is one of the most knowledgeable studio cats anybody in any of these communities that are out there could ever hope to know. And I love that sound. That is so fun. So fun. I can almost mimic that sound. Oops, make sure Cheryl Crow's not in the video. I'll get banned. I did a stream for trying to help my buddy Preston the other night, and it got blocked. Can't watch it. This is so strange to do this, just because these low strings are here instead of the high string being here. That's just strange. And guys, this is weird. And I'm not calling Jampro weird. It's just weird for me to have to do this like this. It's just because I only work on left-handed guitars. Once in a blue moon, and I ain't kidding. And it's not even a blue moon, so this is a very special one. Here we go. Now, I'm going to try and play this when I'm done. Let's see. Broke. There we go. That's what happens. You see unwind strings like that. Woo, scared the tar out of me. Now I got to be sure of what gauge string this is, because this looks like these strings are pretty new. I'm going to turn the volume down on this guitar, or up. It's backwards. It's backwards. It is totally backwards. So let's find out. I think he's playing Slinky 10s, but I could be wrong. These feel like 10 gauge strings. Oh, and he's missing a couple screws back here. We'll fix that. Although I don't leave I take the back plates off of my guitars just because you gotta mess with them every once in a while. And they're actually kind of uncomfortable, especially if you don't have a lot of padding. They'll dig into your gut, and at least they do for me. Let's see, want to go, let's see, what is this? It is a 10. It's a 10 gauge string. Get one of these if you work on guitars. I promise you can thank me later. There we go. 10. I need to go get a 10 gauge string. 10/1000ths of an inch. Which, here's the deal also. This thickness of this string is about what you can get away with to measure your neck relief on most guitars. Just a little side trick, but try and measure your neck relief with that, right? There you go. Hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab a 10 gauge string. I love breaking strings. I'll be right back. I have a box full of 10 gauge string. Oh boy. There's a dude looking at a Gibson that I fixed like 2 years ago, and I think he might buy it. And it's a beauty.
Do you remember is that old Gibson an L series?
Yes, it's an LG. It's an LG 5, I believe. Yeah. Or, yeah, look up an LG 5. I should look up an LG 5. In fact, I'm going to do that right now because I got my goofy computer sitting here that will get everybody in lots of trouble all the time because we spend way too much time on the interweb is what I call it. LG 5 Gibson. Let me make sure. LG 5. Let's see. No, it's not an LG. Oh yes, it is. There it is. It's an, well, sorry. That's a custom shop. It's not an LG 5. Oh, it's an L5.
This was expensive today.
It's actually an L5, and it's a sunburst L5 even. Look one up. I wonder. That was a 1937. Let me see. I'm gonna do one other search because I can. 19 L5. Let me see. Yep, there it is. Give it an L5 CES. This is not a CES. 5 natural. Yep. 1953. Boy. Here we go. So, anyway, I hope he takes that guitar home with him today. It's a really, really beautiful guitar. So, got to put this string back on here, and let's see. So we go. Oh, this is so weird. Ouch. Ouch. I gotta buy Justin a new pair of dikes so he can cut his strings off proper, and I will do that before I'm done. Oh, really? You just did that to me, didn't you? You really just did that to me. Okay. Come on. God, putting strings on a left-handed guitar is even weird. Come on. It's just so strange to work on a left-handed guitar. It's just bizarre. So, something else I want to make sure, and I'm really serious about this. This is a very important detail when you're changing strings on your guitars. It's very important that you, number one, don't do this. And I'm just being hypercritical. Okay, here we go. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't ever, ever, ever do that. Unless you enjoy getting your fingers poked when you grab your guitar, or have to grab your guitar, or stop it from falling over. Or do not do this. This is, take your dikes and cut those strings off as close to the tuning peg as you can, because like especially these ones, I don't know if I can show you, but I've got poked. I got kind of poked a couple times, but don't do this. You are asking to injure your finger in doing this. You can see I left this one nice and long, and it's wound all nice and tidy, and he does a good job putting strings on this guitar. But man, don't do that. That is asking for an ouch. Cut them off. Get yourself a nice sharp, get yourself a nice sharp pair of dikes and cut them off right next to the machine head, as close as you can get. And so now when I put my finger on these, I literally can't poke myself. Now if those strings were the way they were, I'd have holes all over my pointer finger, which means I couldn't shred. So don't ever do that. Cut them off as close as you can, even on an acoustic guitar. It's just a safety thing. You can still poke your finger with them, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be all the way through your finger. Hey Zach, what's happening? Oh, and Richard, hello. Hugh, what's up? Hugh. Yeah, Jazzbox, indeed. The L5 that we've got is not electric, and I've done videos about it in the past. I had to tear the whole back off of that and replace the braces on the interior of that guitar. The ones, well, not replace them, but reattach them. They were falling loose, and unfortunately I had to take the back off of it. But you know, the guitar is now playable, and it's beautiful. So I'm hoping that this guy purchases this guitar, because it looks like he should own that guitar. All right, so lefty Strat. Let's tune this thing up again, and here we go. Got to be careful about Sheryl Crow. God, this is so strange. Hugh, dude, this is a lefty. God. It was really fun to see Jampro this morning. Oh, come on. A little piece of string that I cut off was sitting there. I got to see his daughter, who I haven't seen since she was this tall. That tall. She was that tall. Now, she was taller than that. But she is all grown up now. Oh my goodness. Off for a new adventure in life. So I just got to visit with him for a few minutes this morning. And it was so good to see him. And he's going to be swinging back through. And if any of my members caught my video today, make sure the string spacing on this looks a little odd. He and I may finish one of the songs I spoke of in that. Alright, she's tuned up. Pickup works. Remember, cut your fucking strings off. Please do that. Alright, so let's see. Oh, and Jampro was sitting right there on that stool, by the way, this morning. And he was playing his brand new guitar that I gave him for Christmas. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right? I'm hoping that he enjoys that that guitar, because it is a really pretty nice guitar. Okay, so here, let's see how is this? Yeah, that's proper. Okay. This is so strange. How can I do this? My right hand isn't cooperating. Oh, hang on, you got to get down. I'm not showing you well enough here. Here, okay. Oh man, this hurts. This is painful. Let's see, can I play a let's see, how do you do? There we go. Oh, good Lord. Now I know I remember how new guitar players feel when they got to play a guitar for the first time, learning bar chords, and how uncomfortable they are. Yep. I'm very, wow, what a flashback. My brain is flashing back to when I was 7 years old doing this. Holy smokes. Dude, this is difficult, but it's like learning how to play a guitar, literally all from the very first time. Now I remember, you know, watching people play, this is just so awkward. Let's see. I never thought I'd have to learn to play guitar again. So, you know, this might be an interesting because they're left-handed switches. Are they right-handed? Because even the knobs would have to be like made for a left-handed guitar. You guys, I apologize about my playing. I just I'm learning. I'm really Tom Petty said to never apologize, but I got to. That's terrible. So, anyhow, we fixed Jamprosound'S guitar today. So now his his favorite Strat. And when we played in a band together, he played this guitar, and I ain't kidding. That was 2005, almost 20 years ago. 2006, maybe. Wow. And in fact, he is in Portland. He'll be in Portland, and I think tomorrow he'll be visiting the lead vocalist / bass player from that band. So I hope that he takes a picture. I need to remember to text him and tell him to remember to take a photograph of that moment. So his guitar is fixed. There it is. Now the only thing I have left to do is let's do this real quick, because something that I don't know if he's ever done this, but I'm gonna do it for him. And he didn't ask me to do this, but I'm going to, because, well, who knows. I'm gonna set the pickup height on a left-handed guitar, which is left-handed also. So let's see. Alright, so that one's way too high, so we'll drop this one down a little bit, right? And I was asked this morning by a friend what the pickup heights should be. Oh gosh, now I gotta remember, this is the treble string and that's the bass. You guys, this is so weird to work on a left-handed guitar, man. This is, I ain't kidding. This, you gotta, everything's, you got to be backwards about everything. Good Lord, what a trip. Except for maybe the neck relief, which you don't want it bowed the opposite direction of neck relief. You want it, that would be kind of weird. God. Hugh, and I know Hugh is a works on guitars, and I wonder how many left-handed guitars he's ever worked on. Probably not very many, and I guess I'm not too far off base when I say that. All right, we're getting this. Oh, and the threads just dropped on that one. So what I am going to try to do is I'm going to try and lift this pickup to get the threads started back in this, and I got to try and do this without scratching up the pickup, which I'm going to scratch it if I do that. Bummer. So the threads that I fixed on that one, I had it right where it needed to go, and the threads slipped on it again. It is just not grabbing. I might have to take this pickguard back off of here, which I'm not going to do right now, but I'll have to repair those threads on that pickup. So I didn't do my job right. You witnessed me make a mistake. I do not walk on water, and this sort of shit happens, right? All right, Clayton, dude, believe me, yeah, I'm not a fan. That's fine. Yeah, cool. Cool. Oh, it's cool to see you guys. Yeah, and Preston, what's the update? When are you gonna get to go home? I'm curious if you're still here. I don't know who's still watching. The magnet and pull that pickup up. That's a really great question. That's a good idea, and I'm going to use that and see what I can come up with. I do have some really nice magnets here. Hang on. Check this out. This is a magnet out of an old disk drive in a computer. If you've worked on those before, let's see if this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I might be able to get enough force on this. I'm trying to pull up on it, but there's just, I need a really powerful magnet. Now the only other thing I can think of, I'm going to try this real quick because I just don't want to scratch the pickup, but I am going to grab this pole piece here because it looks like there's enough that I can get a hold of it and lift. Oh boy, I'm really doing my best not to scratch this. Yeah, I'm gonna make a mess of this guitar, and I know you couldn't see me doing that, but oh yeah, Yeah, I'll be in critical care for a couple more days. I'll be moved to another room after occupational therapy. No, okay. That's good to hear. Let's see, the Falcro warm-up exercises, circle of fourths. If you work on the circle of fourths before you go live, junk, just play your bar chords. It's the best warm-up exercise in the history of guitar playing. I mean, I'm pretty biased because that's how I do it. I'm sure others have. Let's see. Yep, good. Yeah. Right. I flopped the polarity of the pickup. That's a great one, Mr. Rock. Welcome. Let me see. Yeah, and thanks for dropping in today, man. So I really want to get this fixed before I move on. I think I might. I'm gonna try something. I'm just gonna try something. Let's see here. Never use a power tool on a guitar, mind you. Don't ever use a power tool on a guitar. It's a bad idea, right? I might be able to do this real quick, really quickly, I think. Let me see if I can. Yeah, nope. It's not going to be a real quick process. I can't. Let me see on the back. I wish I could just reach through here and like push on the pickup, right? Dang it. Dang it, I wish that hadn't happened. So, yeah, I'm gonna be a little more proper. We got an L5 heading home.
We're not sure yet what we're doing. I'm just gonna put some tape on this while I was thinking about it.
Very good.
Needs to go away.
Alright, I'm just putting the screws back in this so I don't lose the screws, because, yeah, you know, that's what would happen. Dagnabbit. So I'm going to have to fix those threads in that a little better than I did, but it would have worked had I gotten a little more CA glue in that, and I was just being real conservative about that fix. Yeah, I know. Usually what I do is just loosen the strings, and then I can pull the whole pickguard up off of there. And there is a piece of wood between the neck and the pickup, so it's no big deal. But that is a good idea also, to pull the neck off of this thing. But I think for me it's faster to just loosen the strings. I'm looking at Speedy Gonzalez. So let's move on. And you know, the other thing, the other detail is that I am not in a hurry on that, because my buddy that owns the guitar won't be back until let's see, I think Sunday this week. He's going to be passing back through on Sunday, I think. So, and here's my bag of pickups, extra pickups I've got that I've never thrown away, right? Okay, I'll put those up there. Right on. Ian's Guitar Shack, welcome, brother. How you doing? I really appreciate everybody showing up. Yeah, I don't work on contract. I work on word. The word is, I got to do my job right, or I ain't gonna do a whole lot more work. So I gotta put my soldering for all my Canadian friends. I hope everybody in Canada is having a great Friday. So let's take a look at this thing, let's see, where are you? There you are. Yeah, I put the nut back in there. Okay, so this guitar, I got to work at 11 this morning, and you just watched me fix a Strat, basically, and then fuck one up, right? No, I joke. This is a Yamaha acoustic guitar. Now, to begin with, right here, it had a big old chunk of the binding that had gotten, it hit concrete. And if you look very closely, let me turn on some more light, maybe that'll help. You can see the discrepancy in color and such in that. Well, I filled that with CA glue, and because this was really rough and jagged, and I just filled it to smooth it out. And you can't even feel it now. It feels like a normal, like nothing happened, but it looks a little odd. Okay, and then over here, and this is all work that I did in the last 2 days. Over here, the top, this part of it had also hit the concrete, and it literally split the top. This top was separated from the perfing, whatever, the binding edge that you glue the top down to on the inside, and the side had lifted out, and the top was all splintered. So I got all that glued back together again, and then there were actually a couple of pieces of wood missing here, and there was kind of a divot here. And I've filled all of that with CA glue, and aside from a little like discoloration underneath there, I mean, complain about that, right? So I fixed this, so and then did some repair work on the binding over here. Had to remove, the binding was cut. I cut the binding here, and then it was broken right there, so I removed this piece of binding and was able to get that all, and it was unattached clear back to this point. So there you go, there's a little repair work that I did. Kind of fun. I'm really proud of that one. It turned out really nicely, and you can feel it ever so slightly. You're not going to be able to see it. There is a little bit of what do I want to say, unflatness here. There's just subtle little, you know, it's unlevel. But it is awful damn close, and you can barely tell anything happened there. So that's done. I'm probably going to rebuild the bridge, and then the nut. The nut was missing off of this guitar. However, the truss rod and all the truss rod screws were still there. Gold hardware, right? So this morning, I went out and shaped this nut to fit. And this nut actually fits this guitar almost perfectly. So I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to dye this nut like brown to try and match the binding on this guitar a little better. Probably won't do that because the guy's not terribly concerned about the appearance or the cosmetic repairs on this guitar. Aside from the ding on the side, and it was when I played, I didn't get to play it because it didn't have any strings on it. This guitar was damaged, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, and the poor guy is a hell of a guitar player. He owns the OK Theater in Enterprise, Oregon. Look it up. Open up a Google page and type in OK Theater, Enterprise, Oregon. They just, in fact, let me, I want to put a link up here. Let's see, it's OPB on Oregon Public Broadcasting. They did a Oregon Odd Medford. Hang on here. I want to put a link up that you guys can watch because I've seen. Let's see, it's Oregon Art Beat, is it? Arts and Culture. Let's see. Give me a second here. I want you guys to see this because this is incredible. Maybe it's Oregon Art Beat. I know I'm just sitting here talking to myself, right? And you're gonna look at my ugly face. Oregon Art Beat, Oregon, there it is. Hang on here. Let's see, there's a link down here. Watch full Oregon Art Beat episodes. I'm gonna post a link in the, here it is. OK Theater. It's only about, let me pause, let me see. Copy. There we go. Alright, so check this out. There's a theater. It used to be a movie theater, and believe me, we are isolated in Northeast Oregon. You know, there's like 14,000 people that live here, but there's virtually zero industry, and most of the sustaining employment comes from city personnel, Union Pacific Railroad. There is some forestry work that goes on here, the Fish and Wildlife Commission, firefighters, and then, of course, luthiers, which I'm the only one, right? Which, I mean, I do have competition, but if that's what you want to call it. Anyhow, there's a theater here. It's called the OK Theater. Now, let me paste this link in the there we go. You can see that link to an Oregon Public Broadcasting that did a special on the OK Theater. And unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot of Mr. Brand playing guitar, but let me just tell you all that that dude is one of the most badass guitar players you could hope to run into with respect to the style of blues, and I would hate to hear him play metal, because that guy is probably one hell of a shredder. He has a beautiful family, very talented children that all play music. Anyhow, he owns the OK Theater, and he brings, I mean, literally, we are in the middle of nowhere, and the little town that it's in is literally in the middle of nowhere. I can't stress that enough. It's like, it's kind of like living in Alaska, only there's a freeway a little closer, I suppose, to in some of those towns. You got to mean to go there. Anyway, if you get a chance and you're in the northeast part of Oregon, by all means, and if you live in the Portland, Vancouver, Metropolitan, Beaverton, Forest Grove area, and you see an artist playing there, usually tickets are $20. I got to go watch the Greg Koch Trio for $20 fucking dollars. I bought 4 tickets and gave 3 of them away to no one that I even knew. It was a sold-out show. I also got to see, who's that bass player, and met him. Let's see. Bass player for, what's his name? The jazz, who's the jazz banjo player? Bella Fleck. Bella Fleck. There he is. What's his name? Dagnabbit. What's his name? Come on. Who's the Bella Fleck bass player? Victor Wooten. Okay. Now, when you watch this video, and I think everybody should, you should check this out, because this is in a teeny little town. And the history of the building is in there, and the new artwork that's been done in there. It is fantastic. If this building was in downtown New York, you'd be paying $10,000, $20,000 for a ticket to go watch any of the artists that we get to go watch for $20. Victor Wooten played here, and I got to meet Victor and, oh God, just Dennis Chambers, of all people. And it's lucky Daryl let me go into the show earlier, and I got to see those guys play some music that wasn't even had never been heard by anyone before. So it was really a great experience. And you know, I guess you could say I kind of have an inside, because I've worked for Daryl and I work on his guitars, and he and his brother are unbelievable guitar players, thus the talent that they have come in there. And so anyway, watch that video that I posted in the chat, and if you ever have an opportunity to watch a show there, it will blow your mind. Yeah. Oh, Camelia, welcome. Yeah. All right. Dr. Bruton and a small clay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I bet. You think it's a good thing to pick up cavities with paint? That doesn't bother me at all. In fact, many guitars are painted in the interior, and I think it's just overspray a lot of times. That's a great question. I don't. I'm on the fence about the conductive paint. It does work. It definitely conducts electricity if you get the proper kind and you mix it properly and all that stuff. And that stuff will help shield the cavity of a guitar, especially like a Stratocaster or a Tele that are inevitably noisy because of the 60 cycle hum, the single coil. But yeah, I don't mind that at all. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Alan, hi. Hey, brother. You got here too late to see me fix Justin Jampro's guitar. Hopefully you got to talk with him today. He swung in the shop. Seemed like he was kind of on a beeline out of town, trying to get his daughter to her new residence here soon. I'm not going to say anything more than that, but I hope you're doing well, brother. We don't hang out enough, but we're both pretty busy and work and all that stuff. And I hope things are going well. I think you're still up at the university helping with their sound. Alan Arnson is an incredible engineer.
And they're in the panel truck. And he didn't
all right.
Guitars in,
so
shattered
oh, excellent. You got to see him and Hallie. Okay, great, dude. Excellent.
They did all this.
Yeah.
Fix that.
Cool. You guys, Alan is another really incredible engineer. He and I have recorded stuff together and been working on stuff. We've been friends for, I don't know, 22 years or so. He was just a young punk kid when I met him. I'm way older than him. No, not that much, but enough. So yeah, I hope Mr. Rock, I answered your question. I don't mind him being painted. In fact, I kind of like it.
$25, which was a lot of money then.
I'll tell you, I scratched mine when about 1970.
I do kind of enjoy having the cavity of a guitar painted, like on that Strat. It's a Squire Strat, so it's all just overspray, but it keeps stuff kind of clean in there. What I don't like are like guitars that I've worked on that when it was built at the factory, they didn't get all the dust and from the routering process out of the interior of the guitar, and I think that's a terrible. It doesn't cause any problems really, but to me it's kind of a quality control thing that manufacturers should be a little more careful of. Having to work on instruments, I don't want to get a bunch of dust in my face when I open up a body cavity. So yes, I do enjoy that they're painted. Let's see. All right, so let me get diving into this this guitar, and I'm going to be on for, let me see. Oh boy, it's about that witching 2 o'clock hour. You guys, I'm going to have to let you all get on with your days because I have to eat something. I'm a type 1 diabetic and I have to eat, so I take very good care of myself and I'm very strict about when I eat. So and I make 300 decisions a day based on that. So if you are diabetic, really be careful with your diet and pay close attention to what you eat. It looks like there's some really great conversations going on in the chat, and I'm really glad and happy to see that from y'all. Those of you who are members, I know a lot of you have been gifted memberships, and I do not expect anybody to stick around. But I'm really grateful to one person in particular who gifted a lot of folks the membership. So I've tried to do a couple of things special for you, and because of his kindness towards my channel, very personal stuff. So I'm going to get going. I got to go eat. I want you all to have a really wonderful Friday. Who knows what will happen? Maybe I'll be back on later on tonight or this afternoon. I've got a lot of work left to do on this guitar, so yeah, right on. All right, you guys, Peace, and I'm sorry if any of the conversations get cut off. Have a wonderful day. Peace, y'all. Bye, Zach.